Welcome to Mole Confidential Season 6, Episode 8.
Greetings, everyone. I won't say what I was going to say because it's one of our questions that Kama's going to have. But welcome. We are going to go through a few of your questions, and then we're going to look at the challenges, a little sneak peek at something, and then we'll talk about, at the very end, the reunion. So anyway, first question. Ever think of hiring challenge testers? I don't know about hiring per se, but we have a lot of really supportive people out there. In the past, we've been worried because most of the people who would want to help test challenges are people who want to play. So obviously, in the early seasons, it was always crew or people we really knew. As we've been opening it up to more people, there are more mods and more people who are part of the community that maybe don't want to play but want to help. So in the coming seasons, we definitely are going to probably have play testers. Theoretically, maybe even have enough play testers for how many players are actually in a challenge. So early episodes of the next season, say it's 10 players, we might try to have 10 play testers actually do the challenge that 10 people would do, and so on. So yeah, we definitely want to have more testers. There's going to be, more of a push, I think, in season 7 to really take things to another level. So you'll have to stay tuned for that. There will be a season 7. We've already talked about that. Many confidentials. Kama has the next question.
Someone asked on the theme of confidentials, how many confidentials are actually left? This is the last one for this season. There's no final confidential, because this is the final one. No reunion confidential or anything like that.
Yeah. And speaking of the reunion, question about how do you ask the questions for the reunion, I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description of this video, and the same link will be in the description of the finale episode that airs this coming Friday. So that link will send you to a form. You can ask a question. It can be just a typed question. It can be to the players. It can be to the helpers. It can be to me. It could be to all people, depending on if the question fits everybody. You can do it as a text question. You can also submit it as an audio question. And you can also, if you wish, do a video question. We've had people in the past send questions in previous seasons where it was a YouTube video, maybe just themselves in game. Maybe it was them in front of a camera. You can do that too. You would use the same form, but instead of typing your question, best thing is to type it regardless. But you could then link to a YouTube video or a SoundCloud or a Dropbox file if it's like an audio question. It's up to you. But those are all methods of doing it. Link in the description of this video if you want to go ahead and submit questions. Now, obviously, once the finale airs, you'll know everything. You'll know who the final survivor is, who the last eliminated player is, and who's the mole. So if you have questions in relation to that, make sure you wait until the finale's there before you ask said questions. So, because you may not know who the mole is. Some of you might. I don't know. You got a 33% chance if you pick from one of the 3 that's left. But Kama has the next question.
Yes, there's always the question why we didn't show the elimination like in every other episode. 2 reasons. One is for the suspense, obviously. I mean, you really want to know who the mole is right now, and we're not giving that out till Friday. And the second reason is because there's not really an actual elimination. We just reveal who's the last eliminated, in a sense, without getting dropped into the lava. Then who is the last survivor, and obviously who's the mole.
Yeah, and remember, for the finale, we bring back all the players we can. So it's a little different. It's not situated like the other one in the elimination room. It's kind of a finale room so that there's space for everybody, et cetera, et cetera. So you'll see come this Friday. All right, so here we are. A look back, challenge number 15. Kama, who built it? Inspiration. Give us all the dirt.
All 4 of us build on it. Danny, myself, Poker, and Retro. The skeleton was my build, except for the hands. Danny helped me out with that because I cannot build hands. The inspiration for this challenge is actually one of the older mole challenges. I think it was Run for Your Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we named it the same, actually.
Yeah, that was a challenge. I don't remember what season, but that was one I came up with, and it was actually a hard challenge too. I know some people thought this challenge, some of the players thought this challenge was too hard.
And we made it even harder by putting skeletons in. But it's basically the same principle. You have to run around to get the diamonds. If you die anywhere, you lose the diamonds. And this time we couldn't bow spam, so it was a little bit easier. So I thought it was too easy, which turned out it wasn't. So I put skeletons on some points where they might fall in lava and everything.
So it was definitely an interesting challenge. I mean, PT got the furthest. I mean, it was hard. I mean, we had the archers kind of up above, which is one of the things I wanted to do. Little fact we've talked about in the past, but when I did Run for Your Life back whatever season, we actually had to run the challenge twice because the first time it was just so hard, the players struggled. So I actually kind of made the challenge a little bit easier in that season. Um, so if you go back and watch it, you can kind of see how they did after it being made easier. What's this thing over here in the distance here? I see something kind of looking.
That was kind of the starting build of a skeleton, and then we put a face on it for fun.
Okay. So it was a fun challenge. I like combat challenges. I always like puzzles and combat and parkour. I like to mix it up as much as possible. I think season 7 you're going to see a really interesting mix of things. You're going to see it's gonna. I think it's going to be really fun. So people should definitely stay tuned. Obviously, we have to get through this season, but season 7 will be coming. Anything else about this challenge?
Well, aside from that, it was really hard. Not really, but for season 7, I already have some ideas written down, just in case we need more ideas.
We're going to just do every challenge is going to be extreme grass growing.
Perfect.
All right, challenge 16. Last challenge of the season for many seasons now, the long and winding roads. You can see it's pretty much the original build. I built these walls around it for last season, and I used that again here. The only thing I did differently for this season is I went through and I tried to make sure all the doors were fixed. This was originally built on some older version of Minecraft, and when it was pasted in and such, the doors were like in the wrong orientation. They didn't close properly. It just didn't look right. I missed some in last season, so I tried to fix it all. And I think the mods flew around to make sure I didn't screw that up. Obviously, we've been using the feature with game mode and things to put the players invisible, the ones that were doing their quiz. This was an interesting one. Again, this season, this 2 seasons in a row now, we've had at least one player found. Up until the last 2 seasons, it's never worked. Players have always failed to find each other.
And that was when people knew each other a bit.
Yeah. I do get some grief sometimes from people. They don't like the questions. They feel they're too mean. Most of the questions aren't mean. There's a few that can, that can be tough. And I know the players like to critique the questions and think, well, how would somebody know this and not know this? But the whole point is these players hang out a lot in between challenges. They chit chat. They talk offline. They even play games offline. So after meeting each other for this, so a lot of people started friending each other on Steam. So some of the stuff is a reach, and sometimes you have to use a little logic. It isn't always an obvious answer. You may have to say, okay, this person won't know that, but how would they try to best come up with that answer? What logic might they use to determine, who has the weirdest hair in real life? Because maybe they've never seen each other, if that was a question. So, it's definitely a tough challenge. And obviously the points and diamonds and such were very close. So this was an important challenge. So we'll see. We'll see the final totals in the finale. All right, so here is a sneak peek at our finale room. So I'm not going to do the what could it be because I just told you it's the finale room. But you can see we have seats for all the eliminated players. We have the mole seat that Kama is sitting in. We have the only survivor seat, and we also have the last eliminated player. Because remember, we have 3 people left. Right at the start, one of those 3 will be eliminated, the one who scored the lowest on the quiz. And then obviously that leaves a regular player left and the mole. And then we'll reveal who survives. We'll reveal who is the mole. And then we'll reveal the point total to see if the mole had more points or if the players did. So you'll get to see all of that. Will be a little bit brief chit chat with all the players that make it to the finale. Then it's up to you guys to submit your questions. And then we're going to record a reunion where we ask your questions. We talk about the challenges, players and the mole discuss the challenges, we discuss the challenges, and then obviously that will be the official close of season 6. And then we'll move on, to signups and all that good stuff for season 7. Anything you want to say about the finale room?
This was completely my build, while the others build on something else. I forgot what it was. But I started building this before the last episode, so I did it before even Run for Your Life. And I tried to have a certain layout, and I might reveal what the layout is in the reunion. It's the same layout for the mansion, by the way. It's a secret.
All right, now we don't actually have an eliminated players room to show you because we haven't eliminated a player. That happens in the finale, so we're skipping that whole section. Viewer voting. So you guys voted, and you were picking who you think is the mole. As of that end of that episode 7, and you voted, you guys think PT is the mole. Are you right? Well, wait and find out. All right, the lovely moment, the beautiful singing, music, and everything else. The mole comment of the week. This week's mole comment of the week is sung by Monkey Gaming's 282.
The mole comment of the week.
All right, our comment of the week comes from the Flying Angel. You guys might remember him. And he said, "The end is near, the mole is feared. Nonetheless, one will cheer, and one disappears. Who is that wise mole that makes one disappear?" Question mark.
Pretty poetic.
Yes, very nice. So if you wish to try to submit a comment of the week, if somebody makes like a rocking, amazing thing, maybe we'll play it in the reunion. We'll see. If somebody's got it doesn't have to even be a comment of the week. If you've got some idea for some really custom thing that you do, no copyrighted music, we don't want to hear Don't Stop Believing from Journey. We like the song, but we don't need that. That's copyright. But if you've got an idea for something, you can always submit it with the comment of the link, of the week link. And if it's good, maybe we'll play it in the reunion. So, that is definitely going to be wrapping up Season 6, Episode 8, and all of Season 6 Confidentials. Any closing comments on Confidential, or anything you want to say here before we close it?
It was fun being in almost every Confidential. I think every Confidential even. No, I wasn't in one. Sad. Maybe next time I'm in every one.
Yeah, way to be absent. Perfect attendance record. I want to thank everybody who has sent all the kind comments for the season. People looking forward to the next season. People, I see a lot of people that come onto the Twitch streams or on Discord or send me messages or post in the comments that they want to play. Just to give you a quick rundown, we'll go through more of this in the reunion, but there will be a season 7. We're going to finish this season. We got to get it done first. Then what'll happen is I'll put out a sign up form. I'll put up a video announcing, and I'll tweet and all that good stuff that signups are open. We'll probably give people a couple months to sign up, because no matter how much time I give, I always get complaints. I didn't have enough time. I didn't know. Well, that should be enough time. Then we will go through them. We'll try to pick some people that we think are decent. We'll interview those people, try to come up with our list of players, and then we'll go through, get those picked, confirm they're in, do the pre-party, and then obviously start the season. So right now we're probably looking at maybe spring possibly recording, and then hopefully like a summer mole. So seeing it, air. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got some really cool ideas. We got some cool twists. We're going to be turning it up to 11 to that higher level. It's going to be fun. I think people who play are going to really enjoy it. But that is it for Mole Confidential for this season. See you guys in the finale.
Bye.